front line.
Yeah, this Sora. So you can pick up a Valentina here. And a gold laner that is pretty strong in the laning phase. Clint, yeah, but again though, you stay away from the Clint. It says Kenziski stay away from Clint.
Yeah, but there's no other option right now.
Yes, Granger maybe. But again, it's not that good.
Is there no room for like the weird picks, like Irithel and stuff like that?
Oh, Irithel.
Safe.
Safe,
actually.
yes. But the Clint is, you know, we're not playing. Yeah, there's no reason they don't pick up the, they don't ban out the Kai because they want the Valentina here. But the gold lane though is very tricky. And I think you can play a strong side gold lane here if you have a Fanny. So Clint, you know, you can have good poke in the early game. Fanny can just
experience the youth.
Oh yeah, just go for the Granger in normal
Because he doesn't get the weak side, he goes Granger when he's strong. Yeah, I like it more than a Clint just because it's a signature pick for Kenzie. At least like more comfort here.
Yeah. So you still want to go for Akai, you know? I don't think so.
Yeah, not with Valentina there.
Not with the Valentina there.
I think it's either a Leomord or an assassin.
Leomord. Yeah, wow.
Against a Fanny?
They're playing for the late game.
Wow.
Is this safe?
Crazy. No, I don't think it's safe. Against a Paquito Fanny and a Khalid Valentina, this looks like they're just willing to go for it there. They're going for comfort.
Yeah. To be honest, from drafts, I like GEEK more.
Same.
So I think we can go to game 6 probably, but again no.
Yes, let's go.
BTR makes it to the late game, a Moscow, Jushin, and the Jushin and Marcel will be so scary.
If they snowball,
right now.
if BTR snowball,
yes, and it's
over.
done.
Yes.
It's pari, straight up.
So that early game is going to be, again,
crucial.
Ever as important like it was in the previous game. I'm going to give the storyline over to Realize. Break it down.
Potentially one last game. Could they quench that thirst of waiting for 5 years of not being in MSC, not being in an international stage? As Paris calls out their name for GEEK, they have to quell the storm. This could potentially be the final game. GEEK fam against Bigatron by Vitality.
Landed on, here we go, as again this potentially might be the final round. Can GEEK fam delay? Can GEEK fam fight in this game? Or we might see a ticket to Paris stamped to the Red Robots.
And a Fanny pick to start this game. We saw what Nazara was able to do with it. It was against TLID. He went 7 kills in 5 minutes, so maybe he might replicate the same thing.
Okay, this is okay. No, not level 4, and that's just gonna be a free kill. First blood goes over to Nile.
Oh no, that is bad news.
Whoa!
Because if Bigatron wins the early game, it could be a done deal. This Shin will snowball out of control, and that's where he shines the most. And that Fanny play this time around, it won't be as easy as it was against TLID because there's a Marcel that can stop you. A Moskov as well, just holding things in place. Emblems by Bayou. Nothing ordinary so far. Agility, and even a thrill there for Khalid. Look at Pit.
Oh, a little bit more than he could chew there, as Nazara is able to at least find a kill after the death. So it's 1 kill on the board for this Fanny.
Lulu's tempo. At least the purple buff was there, and that's going to be primed up and ready for this turtle take. They're going to do it fast. But meanwhile, Nile is close by. He has the Mountain Shocker ready. They're converging, and GEEK will take it without any breach.
Opposite seems like he found time as Sodi lands. That's going to be Marcel though, out of position with Moreno, locking him into place. That's going to be a kill on towards BTR. They advance to the jungles of GEEK fam, but Beloyski here is distracting. With immobilization, is able to find the knock up there by Moreno, but nothing else. That's a delay again by Shogun. My goodness, Nazara not able to claim the orange buff properly. That's going to be an invasion secured. Surely, no. Nile not getting the retribution on point. Nazara now finds a re-engage. BTR! They're in shambles there. Dismantled. Shogun will be the casualty.
At least in the meantime, Kenziski is able to complete his Sky Piercer. So if you want to fight now, now's the time. Because you want to battle it out in the early game. And a boy has a stolen Mountain Shocker to go with it. Especially now the Sora is also available for the taking. A Retro there for Nile, and he will try to get the purple buff. At least some sort of tempo was acquired up top for Kenzie. He's able to, you know, just dish out damage on the gold plate. He's able to get the Sky Piercer to SOD. Man, won't take it. can play it safe. But look at where Loiski is. He's trying to invade and potentially disturb Niall's pathing.
All is good. Poloiski will pop the Raging Sandstorm. Here comes the killing threat from Nazara. Under the turret! The Maestro strikes again!
Conducting the early game to perfection. Nazara. His instincts got the better of him. That's a Chusin. Super safe with the ult too. And he, some sort of way, missed the cable as well. And pathed the opposite way of where he was supposed to go to get to Moreno. To get the last passive procced. But it didn't happen. And you could see the play, screaming desperation. GEEK fam living on borrowed time in game number 5. And so far, things are not looking very good. Bigatron at least standing steadfast close by the objective. They need to let Nazara farm, get a few items, and then you could go confidently flying in. Will Kenziski join the fight? That's a question, because the Skypiercer stack will need some feeding.
Well, here comes BTR again. Shogun securing a kill on towards Marcel. They're purple now, 5v4 in this turtle fight. I don't think they can contest. A boy comes in beacon towards the back. That's the flicker as well. A boy not able to survive for long. BTR here showing qualities 5 minutes in.
And holding this, grasping at 5 fingers, both hands, giving a golden hour and an SOD to stop the Fanny from getting the buffs, the resources needed. And this is where it gets tricky. GEEK fam. What does the late game look like? If they can feed the Skypiercer stacks again, Ziski, if the Paquito can create a segue play, if the Fanny can catch the Moskov splitting away, I think they have a chance. The biggest time by Vitality, this is where they go crazy.
Oh, Mount Chalker locks 3 members in place. Boys,
Niall
on Nazara is able to get out barely. That's going to be Kenziski. Takes a lot of damage as BTR with Shogun leading the way is able to find a connection to take Kenzie down.
Niall did not even die. And they're gonna get more tempo here. Nazara, what is he trying to do? Clear this wave, maybe retreat it away. Stop it from crashing into the base. But look at Niall, 10 levels. Or rather level 10 now to his name. 2 levels up above Nazara. This might happen, but it's still a far cry. GEEK fam, they need to find a way to get into this game again. Early game, it's gonna roll out for Bigatron. Late game, they have insurance. They have that Moskov to always be so quick. And the ease of Shin, that's where he excels. The early to the mid game, if you feed him the kills, the items will be there, and that is where it gets scary. Now, GEEK fam though, how do they recover this? Again with the Fanny, so far behind, only a hefty C's to his name. The Loiski as well with the Thunder Belt. Counter-strike for Kenziski, but Marcel forces the flicker away.
Yeah, looking to keep the distance. SOD lands. Ladies and gentlemen, the symphony of skills is just going for the red robots. Another kill on the board, and take a look at GEEK fam. They're trying to respond. BTR so good at keeping their distance.
That is confidence right there. But look at Nazara going in again. Golden hour will buy some time. You could take a look at the Fanny cables disrupted with the frozen moment. Every time Finn comes swinging in, and that is going to be the first line of gates for Bigatron.
Now that's a kill on towards Nazara, an important one to set the tone before the turtle take, but GEEK fam seems like they're not hasty to take the turtle just yet.
There's still a chance going. There's still a way for them, especially when this Ranger scales.
Oh, shifting clouds, -3. 12 damage does not get for the side of BTR here.
SOD!
Boy, oh, SOD! And Shogun again now! Jumping in, that's the pin! On towards the Fanny, and down Nazara goes.
The pin down from him on! The Red Raider, that's the Moskov! Holding the Fanny in place. This objective will not be contested. Not in any way. Bigatron by Vitality, bringing the energy in the early game. They know that if they can stop the early game from going GEEK fam's way, it's gonna be hell.
Kenzie under the golden hour alongside Marcel. Bigatron, they found the counter in the mid lane. Genzi is not able to survive with Niall under his nose. A boy with the pinch. That's gonna be Nazara finding one. That's gonna be Nazara now out of cable. And down he goes again. As Niall, the cold-blooded jungler, will have a triple kill.
The monster created by Poloiski now comes and haunts him in the Velodrome. For a moment, he was taught how to win, and now he's gonna teach Poloiski how it feels to lose. Niall, 5-0-8.
Such a monster here, ladies and gentlemen. And take a look at the items, folks. On his way to the Blade of Despair. That is crazy damage coming to the faces of GEEK fam.
GEEK fam are playing like they're chased by something, probably a ghost. And for now, they're forcing plays that are not ideal because there's always going to be a chance for a turnaround for Pikachu. They have safe laners, they have Moskov, they have H.U. Sin that's going to be able to survive an assassination from Fanny. Now the only thing they can do is just play the far lanes, the Paquito, the Fanny as well, just pushing the wave. If they go head on into a hard collision, I don't think they can win it out because Pikachu are scaling already with their items. Look at the Swift Trinity completed by Emman. At least Kenziski is on 3 items plus the Sky Piercer, so practically 2. But let's see. Let's see if there's a possibility. Nazara!
Oh my god, that's a solo kill again! Niall, what are you on?
Man, Polowski next maybe? No. No damage. 6-0-8. Niall. Now, as a red robot, he keeps his killer instincts intact. That Lord will not be contested in any way, shape, or form. But if GEEK fam can smuggle something into it, maybe, just maybe, no. There's no way they're gonna get that. They've got a big wave building behind. Look at Moreno, he's gonna recall. Nazar's gonna find him? No. He's gonna stay there. Or is he?
Moreno.
Go!
Towards Kenzie. That's gonna be Nazara spotted as well. That's Nazara trying to provide damage on towards Moreno, but is able to cable out to safety. Finn here just being a nuisance, acting as a recon as well. BTR still has a lore to play with.
Yep. Suckers are going down as well. They need to clear this fast. Up top, it's gonna be Kenziski's responsibility, but the waves are gonna die to the turrets anyways. The Lord will spawn too.
Blue team
The
turret
second
has
tier
been
turret will fall
destroyed.
down as well. Holy defense pop. Golden hour to buy time. The cannon minion still stands without the effect of the holy defense. No, it'll be taken down. Quite interaction there. Conceal play.
Now they want to see some mid lane here. Raging Sandstorm doesn't land. Here comes the siege, but it seems like BTR, they are able to calm themselves and not overcommit. Here comes the Lord, watching top.
Still poke from behind. Kenziski will be the one carrying the torch. A heavy torch to go in and clear it out. Marcel eating damage!
All finds 3 members of GEEK fam, and here comes the collapse now, collects a double
Is this it?
out of nowhere as the Lord might take them to Paris. Here comes BTR fighting Nazara, that's a triple. That's the lock base by Emon, and ladies and gentlemen, the red robot, after a hard